Hello everyone, let's learn how to extract data from graph without approximating the value and getting the exact value or close to exact value from the graph using a software called GetData Graph Digitizer. You can download this software from Google Chrome. So let's jump into it. Go to File and open any image that might have the graph. You need to be careful that it supports only four file types currently: JPG, TIFF, BMP, and PCX. So in this one, let's say I select this image, open. So I have this as cell culture period, which is time in hours, and then I have one parameter whose concentration has been given on y-axis. So we can zoom it to fit the window. Now the first step that you need to do is select the scales. You can do it from here, or you can go in operations and then choose the same thing. Once you click select to scales, you are asked to select first the x minimum, which is the minimum of x axis at the origin. So you can go there, and also in the right side here you can see the zoomed version of it. So let's go at the bottom near the origin and let's select this point as 0. Now we have to select x max, which appears here. So let's say here I select x max, which is 300. So it makes, you can see a green line passing through the x min and x max, and anything in between this will be calculated automatically. But we also need a y-axis similar to x, so we can select the y minimum, and the option for selecting that point is already been shown. So let's select y minimum as the same point and give it as 0. Y maximum here is this point, which is 0.2. After that you can see two lines, one is a green line and one is a blue line, and between y minimum and y maxima and x minimum and x maxima you have the option to fit the value according to the scale. So hit OK, and the scales are set now. Now there are few ways to capture the value of x coordinate with y. One is a manual method. In that you can go to operations or select capture point capture mode, and that same option is here as well. So you can hit this button, and whenever you click on a point, let's say I click here, that point pops up here. So at x is equal to 2.1, for you can neglect this last three digits, you have this value of 0.05, and the moment you click more points you will have those points data being shown here. And similarly you can hit on as many points as you want, and this data you can just copy and paste in your Excel. But right now the point capture method seems tedious, if especially when you have multiple graphs and clicking on each of them is no more of use rather than just approximating. So but still better than that. So let's now find out how to do it automatically. So there are two options to do this automatically. So I press undo to go back to the original state where we just set the axis. And to do it automatically we have two options. So there is one called auto trace lines and another one is digitize area. So the area that you select, that will capture automatically the line graph within that area, and it will give you the data points. And the other one is it will automatically trace the lines if you have more lines in the graph. So let's evaluate the first option. So whenever you click on any point, it will try to automatically capture the line. Okay, so if I click here, so it says at the bottom left mouse button, so it will trace all the lines starting from that point. If you click right mouse button, it will give you an option to select the direction. Let's say if I click here a right mouse button, it says me to select the direction, right? I can select the direction in which I want the data. Otherwise, you can just click on it and let the software pick the line for you. Let's say I click here, left click only, and it picked point on this line till here, but some redundant point which we don't want here, some erroneous points right here as well. And let's say if I want, it hasn't captured the full line, so just keep clicking and it will capture the whole line. Now I don't want this part in my data, so you can go on an eraser tool and erase that point. So to enlarge the mouse, just press shift and left mouse button and you can change the size of the eraser. Now erase all the points that you don't need. Okay, I don't need this point here as well. So that's one way, and you can select control A all data and paste it. The other one that I need to show you is using the digitize area option. So let's say I'm using, I need to set the Excel axis because I didn't undo on that thing. So let's say this is 0, and this is 300. Now Y minimum would be near origin. Okay, and Y maximum is this value, which is 0.2. Now let's go this option, which is digitize area. It's a rectangular area fixed with X and Y grid. So if I make one rectangle, it picks all the point within this, and I don't need to remove much of the points here. If I want to remove these, you can again use the eraser tool and erase the points that you don't want, like this one, and then this, because it will give two values at the same point. So usually we want at 0 hours 25 50, so you can always do like this. You can omit some data that you don't need. Okay, so the moment you start omitting, the number of data points gets erased, and you can just select all and make the graph in Excel. So I hope you like this video. Thank you.